Hi, everybody. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to continue working on our house. Um, if you notice in classroom, I have material called TinkerCAD Login. You're going to use this to get to TinkerCAD. It brings you right to the login screen. Obviously, you're going to select student accounts. Okay, since I'm the teacher, I've got to click on educator. We are going to sign in with Google. Okay. And you're going to keep everything nice and positive so that we're all good. Okay. And you should, on this screen, yours will look a little different than mine, but the layout will be the same. Um, you will see your house, the house that you were working on. Now, you can do one of two things. You can click on Tinker This right there in the top corner, or you can click on the icon, okay, a little preview of it, and then it brings up this pop up, and you can click on Tinker This. Okay, either way, it'll still get you to your house. Okay, now if you look, this is more or less the house, the way I showed you how to make your house. We brought in a box, right? We squashed and stretched it to make our walls, okay? And then we lined it up with the other parts so we can make doors and windows, right? Now, I did tell you I was going to show you a way that was a lot easier and that you would probably be a little upset that I didn't show you earlier. But remember, this is part of the learning process. So, because I wanted to see if anybody would discover it on their own. Um, Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this box here, this kind of transparent one with stripes on it. Okay. And I'm going to push this into my wall. Notice how I have it sticking out on both sides. Okay, so the box is going through it. Now this one I'm going to make kind of door shape. I'm going to say that that looks door-ish, door enough, let's just say. Okay, yeah, go a little bigger. Okay, so there's my door. Now I have my transparent box selected. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and select my wall. Okay, do you see this? Uh, the, the selection box is as wide as the transparent box and as long as the wall that I selected. Okay, so those are clues to let me know that I have both selected along with these blue outlines. Okay, so once I have those selected, I'm going to come up here to where it says group, this button. I'm going to click it. When I do, look at that, it cuts a hole in my box, in my wall. Okay, so let's take another one, and I'm going to make sure that it goes through both sides. Okay, here we go, both sides. And I'm going to make this a little more window shape. Okay, I'm going to say that looks good. So now what I can do, instead of holding down Shift and selecting the wall, I can click into open space and drag over the wall and that transparent box. And notice how my bounding box, okay, my selection box, is the same size. It's as wide as the box I made, as the transparent box, and as long as the wall. Okay, so that looks good. So now I'm going to hit the group button again, and look at that, I made a hole. Fantastic. Now what happens if, let's say, I did something like this? Okay, I click and drag. And now look at my bounding box, my selection box. It is way bigger than just the wall and that box that I made. It's the size of the roof. And if you notice, there's a blue line outline around the roof and everything else that I have selected. So obviously that's a mistake. So we don't want to do that. So we want to make sure that we select just those. Okay. And now we group. Oops, my window. I forgot to bring it up. Okay. So what I can do is I can select my wall, and now this button here, it's called Ungroup. If I click that, notice how it ungrouped the box that I had just grouped with the wall. Now, if I continued to select the wall and I kept hitting ungroup, it would show this box and then this one. It would do it in the reverse order that I had grouped them. Okay. Now, so I've got those two. I've got my window more or less set. There we go. Perfect. There's my window. All right. Now, this is what you're going to use to to create your windows and doors, and you can also use it to merge your walls together. Look at that. So now these all one solid piece now. Okay. Now I wouldn't go crazy and merge like all of your walls and your roof and all that stuff together. I wouldn't do that. Okay. I would stick with one wall until you're completely done with it. Then work on another wall. And once you're completely done with it, if you feel comfortable, you're not going to change anything, you can group the two walls together. Okay, so that would be like this. Okay, let's say it's all I ever wanted was that window over there. Perfect. So now I have this wall and I have this wall. So what I can do is group those two together. Now, the reason why I did it in that order is so that way, if I was like, you know what, maybe I want to make this other wall a little longer or something like that, or, you know, change things up just a little bit, I can ungroup just the walls, and I don't have to go through the whole process of keep clicking on ungroup until everything's the walls are separated. Okay. All right. So that's it for the house. Okay. Continue working. Next class, I will show you how to use this sketch tool. It's pretty cool. I would suggest trying it out. I believe when you click on it, it should show you, like you click on it, it shows you this. For you, it will bring up a preview of how the tool works, okay? At least the first time you click on it. All right? We'll go over that next time.